Bleh. I'm cold. I'm so cold right now. I was just sitting in one spot, drawing for the longest time. So now my hands are so cold. Oh, and I have ink like all over my fingers right now, and it will not come off. So enjoy, everyone. Answer me these riddles 3. I feel like an ancient old tarot card reader instead of just a more modern tarot card reader. So today I'm gonna do 4 decks. Yeah, today I'm gonna read for 4 decks. I've got my 1, 2, 3. My other nope. Oh, I found them. Found them. Okay. I did not pick the decks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop. Apparently I never put these away. Okay, so let's... Oh my gosh, everyone. Alright, let's just chill out, man. Let's just relax for a second. Alright, I'm gonna pick 4 cards to represent each deck. Alright, so what's the first card? Okay. Alright. Alright, what are we feeling in the second? Oh, okay. I didn't even I'm not gonna think. 3. And now for pile number 4. This one. Okay. Alright, so these are just representing each pile, and then I will go and pick the decks. Okay, so pile number 1 is represented by the snake. Pile number 2 is represented by the scorpion. Pile number 3 is represented by the lizard. And gosh. And pile number 4 is represented by the black egg. So we've got some good ones. The lizard wants to flip upside down, and the 3 also wants to fly all over the place. What's going on, 3? Oh. Never mind. It's very specific. What, is there one that fits better? Oh, okay. An owl in reverse. Should I keep the lizard out? No. Put the lizard away, Susie. No. Keep the lizard out, Susie. Okay. Alright, so pile number 3 gets 2 cards. Yes, special. Yeah, lizard in reverse and owl upright. Okay. Alright, so okay, I'll talk to you in the piles. See you there. Okay, bye. Okay, hi pile number 1. Un, eins, uno, un. Again. Alright, so when I was sitting down and trying to connect with the energy just intuitively, I heard, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. But then I also heard Lenny Kravitz, I want to get away. I don't want to fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, I mean, on top of that, I kept getting called to fly. And what was interesting about this is when I made it, I felt called to put a period, like fly. But when you think of the word fly, you think it's like open and that it's grandiose. It's like there are no limits. There is no stopping. But this has a fly. And so part of me is like, could it be a fly on the wall? Could it be like feeling on view and you want to get away? You know, like Lenny clap. But I think it's just like straightforward fly. Like maybe Gandalf, fly, you fools. You know, like there's like a go. That was, I was doing run. All right, and I'm feeling pulled to pick y'all some healing crystals for this message. Cool. Blue lace agate, find your calm. And live in the now. Okay. Ow, I got like a stabbing heart pain. Schedule yourself in. I wanna fly away. Open up your heart. Get back into balance. Agate again. So there's a lot of agate coming out for you. There's a lot of, yeah, that's what I'm feeling called to. I'm called, so both agates were in reverse when I first pulled them, which, like, I mean, these are, you know, crystal cards. I don't usually read them for the reverses, but there's a need. I'm feeling like there's doubt that I'm picking up in here. Like you're not feeling grounded and you're in your thoughts too much, and your thoughts are working against you and convincing you subtly, maybe even, like you might not be aware of this. They're convincing you subtly, like little drip by drip, that you are not capable of doing something. And so that's why there's like this message of fly, but there's a period. You feel like there are limits still. Because this doesn't, it feels bold. It feels more like a warning. Like maybe there's some doubt, there's some anxiety that is making you feel like the word fly is not as open and free as it actually is. And so, I mean, I'm obviously, there's too much head in your head, and there's a need to go into your heart and really like open that and listen to that a bit more and realize that that period doesn't really exist. It only exists because you created it there. And you don't need to do that anymore. You don't need to create that stipulation for yourself. Yeah, which is like the present moment. Obviously, a lot of anxiety comes from fear for the future or regrets from the past. And so the idea of living in the now, which is, this is Unikite. Kite, let's go fly a kite. Oh, that's funny. I like that because that was stuck in my head at first. I get that song stuck in my head whenever I feel there's like an intuitive need to release and to play. And one of the easiest ways to get in your heart space is to do what brought you joy when you were a kid and like really embrace that inner child. And I'm feeling called to read the snake card now. Yeah, I'm getting this idea that like you might be bogged down a lot by needless opinions of others that are fostering negativity in your spirit, is what I just heard. So there you go. All right, so the snake, guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. Was I saying or was I saying? And now, like, I can personally relate to this message for a bit. There were a good old 8 years of my life, especially when I had my eating disorder and was battling the deep depths of despair and depression. And I laugh about it now only because I don't want to accidentally get connected into that energy, because it's rough, man. It was hard to get out. It took a lot of spontaneous joy to convince me that life was worth living. And it also took witnessing other people's depression and what the life was left without them. Like, yeah. Bummer. I know, it's a bummer sauce. So Sometimes we learn our best lessons through other people's grief. And there's a lot of gratitude in that, because selfishly it wasn't our journey to witness somebody's destruction, and we can learn through that our own morals and values and what we want and what we do not want. And so there's a lot of standing in your strength, standing in your, and okay, I gotta go back to this, because standing in your strength means you do what you want to do that makes you happy within reason. So if you want to dance weird, you dance weird, you know? Whereas if you had the urge to dance weird and you hold yourself back and say, well, someone's going to say that I'm dancing weird, why can't you just say you're dancing weird? And why not just enjoy that energy and that spirit and that spontaneity? And the more that you trust those little urges of joy, those little spontaneous moments of just like silliness, the more you start to trust that and just like make yourself laugh and be your own best friend, like it starts very subtly, it starts very small, and it can rewrite your story, and it helps you really embody this beauty in solitude. There's like, I'm getting a lot of hullabaloo coming at you that you've now created rules for yourself around and you're not letting yourself just be you. I'm just feeling a lot of that, and that's why I like this fly, like just fly, just fly, just open yourself up. Rose quartz is always my favorite. Live in the now. And let's go back to the snake here. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. When in balance, prosperous, creative, and charismatic. When out of balance, starts and stops many times. Lots of delays. Perhaps that's also why there's like that period. I keep getting called. It was just such an interesting choice to add that period. Just like on point. Just boom. So the snake has a lot to do with Kundalini energy, which is like a mixture of the orange and the red in the chakra system. There's it's a big energy section for creativity. So think of it like the womb. It's like a creation force. And now I'm pulled into the ocean jasper. The spontaneity, I kept coming to that word, but this is about scheduling yourself in. And I kept pulling in like the messages of inner child. There's a need to center yourself in grace, is what I just heard. And a lot of that comes from this idea of mothering yourself. And like, I know I already said like being your best friend, but there is also, there's like going above that and like being your own mom. And I'm called to the idea of structure right now. I keep hearing the word structure, structure, structure. And maybe that's why I'm going back with a period. I personally feel like I'm overthinking the period. You're on point. There's a sense of urgency, which I've been feeling just generally in the collective, in the energies right now. There's this idea of like urgency and fast movement taking place. I saw a lot of like squirrels and there's like this, that's usually like a scattered energy and easily distracted, or like this idea of delays. But it's also this idea of like life is going to be filled with distractions and spontaneous movement. And for someone who likes control, that can cause a lot of distress. It can cause a lot of anxiety. So preparing yourself for moments of upheaval, just preparing yourself for what you cannot prepare yourself for, might help relieve the anxiety. But the true indicator of just like opening your heart space and opening up and being in the present moment is knowing that you can never be fully prepared, but you can deal with what comes up in the moment. And you will find a way to make things work. And that sounds like sage advice from like a mom. So like, you can do this, you can do it. I'm getting like this, and that's what you need, man. You need like the heart space opening, and that softening of energy often comes from like a maternal energy, often. Yeah, so obviously I'm getting a lot of family, but I'm getting a lot of family in how it affected you personally, specifically. And I feel like I need to pull more cards. I mean, I'm doing a great job intuitively, but I feel like I'd like more direction. Because I'm getting this balance idea of like the structure, which is generally think structure is very like a masculine energy, but then there's a softening that needs to take place as well. I think it's a call to let you know that there's a middle ground in there, and it's never like an all or nothing thing. Ooh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's never like an all or nothing thing. It's not like black and white. It's not. It really is in between that energy. And the more you look at life like it's black or white, the bigger the mood shifts, the more anxiety and scattered energy and that push and pull, which is like very jarring, and it's very hard over time. It's kind of like for diabetes, if you have blood sugar spikes, over time, those spikes in your blood sugar take a real big toll on your pancreas, and it does not work as well because of that push and pull. The same thing can be said for basically any organ in your body. Your heart is a huge one. If you are overly attached to someone and open, and then all of a sudden you get overly hurt and you close it down, that spike, that opening and shutting it can be very destructive on your heart mass, loosely speaking, metaphorically speaking, spiritually speaking. Okay, I'm sure that there's a mechanism that goes into play physically with the heart mass. Like say you are over exercising because you think that you need to be doing that, and then it breaks down because you're not eating enough and you're not fueling your body and you're not taking care of it and you're not listening, and then it starts to eat away at the heart muscle because you're not actually listening to what your heart wants. You're more stuck in control and thinking that structure and consistency rules, which it has its place. That's why, like we're talking about, it's not black and white. I'm giving a bunch of examples, and I hope that one of those resonated. I'm aware that I also sound a bit scattered because I gave multiple examples there, and I kept kind of like going on to one organ from the other. Let's clear this energy. I got caught up in that energy a bit. I was seeing like a red flag was sticking out to me. So I still really am getting this this message of a warning, and I don't want you guys to be anxious about it though. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of red flags sticking out to me at the moment. Ocean eyes. Okay, I am going to close my eyes for a second because I'm getting a bunch of songs and a bunch of messages and I'm discombobulated. Okay. All right. Yeah, so the message of red. I keep seeing the Balrog from Lord of the Rings. And I'm getting this, there's a lot of forceful, creative energy, which can also be destructive. I was getting a message of, like, in our anxiety, we can rely on anger as an outlet often. My fingers. And it feels powerful and it feels like a release. So the red flag that I'm seeing currently, I'm getting a lot with health that keeps popping back in and out. Doing things that actually uphold your heart. Doing things that actually are good for your body, which would make sense right now because of the New Year's coming up. The red flags are basically doing things that are good for you. Like, the warning is that something you are consuming, someone you are consuming, I just heard, someone in your life is draining you or is subtly, maybe even outwardly, attacking you. And it's easy to fall into a space of anxiety and just like sorrow and sadness and like that ocean. I'm getting that just going with the flow. See, now I'm seeing a lot of the red flags are substances and people that are not good for you. And they are really getting in your heart space and preventing you from moving forward and doing the things that you want to do and can do. That's what I'm hearing. And the advice is do the fun things. Do more of the fun things that feel good to your body. And it's really important that it's about body. I keep feeling the need to piece yourself back together piece by piece, little bits and pieces. And so that means just doing one right step at a time. So do not put all or nothing on yourself. Do not commit to giant changes because it could set you up for failure, and you don't need that. Like, find just something small to gift yourself. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Anything else for pile number 1? It ended on this sadness. It ended on this very fluid, watery kind of sensation, and that often can be used to calm the nervous system, calm that fiery energy that you might be feeling overwhelmed by. And so just meet every now and then, if you're feeling heated, meet that with water, meet it with soothing, meet it with Emotional grace. Give yourself grace is what I just keep hearing. And that's it. I barely read messages for you. There's a lot of need for healing in this. This is a time when you can get pulled away with all of this energy. Even though it's winter, there's a lot of fiery energy right now. We're in like Sagittarius season. And there can be a lot of impulsive energy and restlessness because it's also meeting this energy of wanting to rest and hibernate and take care of yourself. And so just know that naturally there is going to be a little bit of a push and pull, and you will be okay in there. Just be in the present moment, address what needs to be addressed, and move forward. And you got this, okay? All right. All right. I felt very good. I barely pulled any messages for you, but like this was a very straightforward reading, and I hope that the advice and the information I gave you was helpful to you and your nervous system especially. Okay. All right, so bye, pile number 1. Okay. Pile number 2. How you do? How you do? You were Scorpion. I am just sitting down. I just filled up my water. But before I got all that, I pulled the first... I pulled a note card that I wrote earlier today. That's the best way. Oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time speaking words, but this says see beyond. And we were just finishing up Scorpio season. This group in particular, I was feeling a lot of like called to like, ooh, maybe I want to paint something, or ooh, maybe I want to make music. Like I kept getting like these little oohs, ooh, ooh, ooh. And in this starkness, like right now I'm feeling very stark. Like I haven't even picked anything. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Give me a moment. I'm gonna get comfy here. There was creative energy in this one. All right, I'm gonna sage a little bit. Okay, dear angels and guides of the highest truth and compassion, please fill me with light, love, and healing, and release this space of any energy. Clear it so that I can channel messages for pile number 2 and anyone who might come across this message. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. What do we want? I'm called to pick more animal. Okay, and then I just saw a snail. Help me, help me. Okay, same message, or a similar message to the last one. I'm already still picking up, which would make sense. Like I already said, the energy was very push and pull. Shine, may you be a lighthouse. Begin, may you start as if you have already begun. I mean, it said I could read this, okay. Soothed, may you settle gently even as the wave breaks above. And play was in reverse. May you seek out fun and connection. Oh, it wants me to keep it out. Okay, cool. I mean, I am very energized in this. Ooh, I just got water everywhere. I am very energized in this reading right now. Like, I'm feeling very... Oh, there is more in here. Okay, give me a moment here, guys. I keep getting called to... Okay, well, here's begin. The moment you sight the sea, breathe in the salty air, touch the very edge, when you taste the promise of renewal, hear the fear and the questioning in the anticipation of beginning, you have already stepped in. Each breath is a new beginning. Can I read about Scorpio? I'm not getting a lot of like verbal instruction with this deck. I'm getting more physical, like it's pulling me to things. Whereas like, and I was having issues speaking words. Belonging. May you welcome yourself home. That's a beautiful one. I do feel really stuck with my words right now, though. I don't like that. I like speaking a lot. This one is just on fire. Awe. May you see the sublime in the everyday. Okay, can I stop pulling ones? Fluid. May you shift and transform. It just wants to keep giving you information. Balance. May you find equilibrium in motion. All it is like, I'm feeling a disconnect from like accepting guidance is what I'm feeling. And so you might have all these messages coming at you and you might not be able to differentiate which is intuition and which is like meant to help you. And I'm feeling just like this, you're getting guidance, you're getting advice, but you act like you're not getting advice. Like you're kind of going, you're like, no, nothing's helping me. That's what I just heard. Like, no, this isn't helping. Well, how do I do this? Oh, well, no, that won't work. Like you will not accept advice. You will not listen to truth. Truthiness is what I just heard. Truthiness. Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes so much sense now. All right. And so I'm feeling this life force energy, and we're getting a lot of messages about light. And the first message was see beyond, and this was in yellow. And it's about like clear cognizance. It's about your gut. It's about believing in yourself. It's about releasing doubt. And this is one of a really powerful energy centers. And the gut and the heart are very closely related. I keep going back to this, like the pancreas is a big thing. Sweetness of life, digesting what's around you, digesting messages that uphold you and keep you strong. But my God, I'm feeling such a lightness and an open and a hardiness, a belly laugh is what I'm like, like a full opening of joy. That energy is here. So kudos to you, first of all, that energy is here. It is here. It is abundant. It is large. There's a great opening of belief in you, of faith, of healing, of gratitude, of internalizing gratitude is what I heard. As I doubt myself. Did I hear it? An opening, a lightness, a taking up of space too. It's all right here for you. All I can see, like just this yellow around and just like shoot, like shooting out of you. You are literally a lighthouse right now. You are literally capable of being a lighthouse, of just like, wow. I don't even want to judge it. Like, I just want to allow it to be. Like, that's the energy I'm feeling. And so, like, there are all these messages coming at you. Yeah, may you see the sublime in the everyday. So there's so much to be grateful for in your life right now. And perhaps the mundane, perhaps the trivial issues that arise that would usually kind of stunt you from moving forward, like really small things, like crying over spilled milk kind of situations, like small things. Don't sweat the small stuff, but you in the past have sweated the small stuff. This is an energy that is so strong, and it's so abundant, it's so available to you right now that you can tap into. It is a vibrant, I would really encourage you to surround yourself with the color yellow right now. And I'm talking like a bright yellow. Okay, I'm feeling calm. Do we like cats? Do we like cats? I spilled water over here, and like I don't want to put anything down there. But yeah, there's the clear cognizance. There's this. Okay, Ace of Cups is in reverse. Okay, yeah. What we saying? The energy is available to you. It is right there. It is like all of this happiness is right there. It's right here. But your previous experiences, there's something clouding up you are getting in your own way, is what I'm hearing. You're getting in your own way, and you're telling yourself that you need to worry about certain things, but you're only doing that because you're afraid of failure, you're afraid of getting hurt, you're afraid of moving forward, you're afraid of the unknown. And that's why there's this pull to really tap into that abundant energy, because like, if you, scarcity mindset, if you have everything you need, if you just feel like you have everything you need right now, you will never feel like you will lack it. And so you do not need to fear losing things. You've got to see beyond the current situation and know that beneath it there is happiness. And you have to find those pockets of happiness. I got a pocket full of sunshine. You got to find your pocket full of sunshine, okay? And, okay, so Ace of Cups in reverse is like believing you are not abundant and that it's not there. And we want to flip this. We want to get this way. We want to get you started on that process of knowing everything is available to you everything is available to you. It's here. It's here. So there's a really like a big calling to believe and have faith and to see beyond your clouded mind and your own judgments. Like, why, girl or guy? I got a pocket full. Alright, I'm gonna read Ace of Cups. Whoa. Now, I can be very flippant in my readings. Like, I'm like, so why don't you just do this? Like, it's so easy. And please know that that just comes from years of experience, and I'm not trying to be egotistical. I understand that this is all a process and it's all a journey to get to a place of, wow, I have everything I need. It's not an easy. Okay, I got my cups here. Yeah, there's just this feeling of, well, what do? I don't know how to get started. I don't know how. And a lot of that, that kind of belief comes from trauma, and it comes specifically from like when you weren't allowed to ask questions, or if you got yelled at if you asked questions, if you asked for advice. And so then you also couldn't take the advice. So like at the portions when you're in your fear and you're saying, I don't know. And people would be like, oh, well, why not this? And you'd be like, no, I don't know. There's just no receiving. You are not open to receiving. And you can listen, you can hear the messages, you can write them down, and you can contemplate them later if you're in this heightened state or if you're in this state of resistance. At least write down these messages that keep popping up for you, that are knocking at your door and being like, hey, but what about this? Even if you outwardly are saying, I don't know, and you don't think you can like receive it, the first step for you would be to at least write it down. I keep thinking this, I keep feeling this, I keep believing this. The good and the bad. But also make sure that you're not just writing the bad and you're not just writing the good, because there can be some avoidance in both of those actions. Like, you got to see both sides of the thing. And if we're stuck in our head, we're overthinking, we are yes and we're knowing, we're yes, no, maybe, no, I don't know. Get those thoughts out, see them in front of you, and see what you're actually drawn to, what makes you feel good about it. Because, oh my gosh, there's so much abundance here. Like, there's so much abundance here. Like, it's, like, I can feel, it's such a beautiful, I like it. Can I stay in your energy for a bit? Like, that's so much right here. It's like this, okay, so so Qigong, like, you have this, like, energy center, and you, like, build this beautiful energy in front of you with your hands. And I'm getting, like, chills throughout all of this kind of, like, talking. Like, so many of us are excited for you right now. Like, there's so much abundance right now. And you don't ever have to think, I don't know. So cultivate that happiness, cultivate that energy, that vibrancy. Go where the vibrancy is. If your thoughts are dragging you down and it feels like you're pulled, or like there's this strain, there's tension, go the opposite direction and see what that feels like. Yeah. I'm going back to that sensation of a belly laugh. There's a need for a vocal release, because my words were getting, like, screwed up at first. I think you need to just allow yourself to sound nonsensical. I think there's a bit of perfection in worry about saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing. And to combat that, I think you need to be a little crazy. I think you need to say a lot of weird stuff. I think, like, what if you just wrote a song? What if you just sat down and you wrote a poem? I think there's a need to connect your words, your voice, your speaking with the words of your heart and soul and emotions. Heart. And then I just heard, I got a pocket full. Gratitude list would be great for you. Oh, I'm led. I've been led. All right. Healing. What would help? Oh God. Yeah, connection with spirit. Turquoise is a very good crystal stone to commune with the divine. They're not judging you. They are sending you so much information and so much. I'm getting a lot of blues in here. Get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I mean, there's the push and pull. And the going. Oh yeah, that makes sense too. Sorry, the stones that I pulled, they look a lot like, I started out drawing this with, like, a blue, and then I went over it with a yellow, and it makes green, which is a very healing kind of color. And so perhaps for this doubt that you might be trying to come up against, the antidote is speaking. It's speaking truth. It's speaking. Yeah, because I'm getting, like, okay, all right, follow me for a second. So we're going into the gut chakra area. Speaking will help get you out of this indecision in your head. Speaking, even if you are indecisive, just speak that truth that you just are unsure. And then the more you get here and you speak your doubt and you get it out, you also need to start writing down things you're grateful for that will bring you into your heart center, because, like, once this is open and expansive, oh my God. Just, like, no one can stop you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time. See, I'm jumping. Don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. Having a good time. I transposed it at first, and so now I needed to find the new, like the actual octave that it was in. Not octave, key that it was in. I didn't change an octave, but don't stop me now. So yeah, think of a lot of music that helps you get into a state of pure vibrancy. Like what really makes you get down with your weird self and just be in that heart space and be in that active, oh my God, I can do it. I can do it. That is going to be what helps you the most. But y'all, thank you for allowing me to be in that energy. Like, I don't want to leave. It's fun. And you can trust it, okay? Just go with it. So, pile number 2, geez. Scorpion. It was nice being here. You got this. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. Okay, hi pile number 3. You were the owl upright and the lizard in reverse. There was like a dual energy, and it's no surprise that when I went to go pick a word for you, there were also 2 words that pulled out too. And so we have release and we have believe. And I'm feeling like the believe is first. So believe and release. Okay, and it's in red. Both of these were in red. All right. When I first started to tune into this energy, I heard this one song that I sang back in like a Catholic service, and I was this high soprano. And the song is very calming, but it sounds almost like a prayer. It sounds almost like a calling. Like you need something, like you're requesting of something, like you're putting out prayers and you're hoping for relief. And then I just, was thinking release. I'm getting this intuitively. There's like I feel like your heart center is open. And I feel like there is like a bleeding heart kind of sensation here, where there's a lot of feeling. I'm feeling solemn. There's a bit of a sadness with this. There's a lot with emotions. There's this movement of like swimming. And like there's the message of just keep swimming. I'm getting this, what is this feeling? There's a big spiritual connection with this energy. I heard giving it up to God. It does feel very like religious. And I keep having this movement. In my heart, I just keep feeling like there's like a wax on and a wax off. There's it kind of reminds me of angel wings too. There's a soothing motion with this. There's a healing motion with it. It reminds me of some qigong movements where like you're clearing out space. Like you'll inhale and then exhale. So perhaps like you're taking in belief, and then you're releasing what doesn't serve you. There's a ritualistic, symbolic, and I just keep going back to this movement. There's a need for soothing. I also want to feel like there's a need to let you know that you're safe. You will be safe. You will be safe. That's what I'm feeling. Oh, my husband's calling. Hold on. Hello. Okay, I'm back. All right. Yeah, so there's this energy that I was feeling. And there are two cards here. The owl is very, like, I know I mentioned, like, the calling. Ironic, because I got a phone call. I feel like I just keep getting this sense that you're putting out prayers, or there were prayers that were put out. And it's definitely in line with safety and wanting to feel secure. There's like a what now kind of energy that I'm pulling. There's a grief. There's a solemnness. Solemn? It feels very hushed. So I do want to read some of this information. So let's try. Okay, it's actually wanting me to pull some crystals. Which, I mean, to be fair, yeah. Turquoise again. Prioritize your health. Okay, no. No. Another one? In a different way, is what I heard. Pink opal, be kind to yourself. Yeah, it keeps pulling me to this. I just pulled this a second time, even after I shoved it back in. Was like, no, I don't want this one again. Get out of your comfort zone, it says. Oh my god, it did it again! I shoved these back in different spots and I pulled the same ones. Come on, guys. Alright, turquoise. Prioritize your health. So there's definitely a lot with, I just heard, where do we go from here? Yeah, there's a lot with calling in here. My little voice is calling me, calling me, calling. My little voice is calling me. And then I just heard, I am the captain of the pinafore. I'm getting a lot of, like, drums. Alright, I'm gonna read about lizards. I'm gonna read about lizards right now. Found it. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, dreamer. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. The lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the wizard down. Wizard? Lizard. The lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. Yeah, there's a lot to come back to an artistic outlet of some kind. Artistic, telepathic, spiritual. I said I was getting like this religious kind of sensation, and there was like a connection, and there was like a connection with God. There was like there was a lot with that. When out of balance, which it was in reverse, elusive, non-committal, and flaky. And it was covered up by the owl, which is often a symbol of wisdom. And so it is there. Your wisdom is there. Your connection is there. I feel like I don't need to tell you that, though. I think, like, you already know it. So what's going on? Why are we questioning? Hey, little bird. Abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. When in balance, generous, trusting, and secure. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance in the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. So then I just heard, pretty little bird sat on my window. Da, 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 da. And I'm still just super pulled to turquoise right now. Anything else I should let them know about turquoise? Like, what are we doing with turquoise? Something with blue is really sticking out. And I know we started this reading with me thinking of a song that I sang back in the day. I'm hearing like this, what does your unique sound like? What does your unique call sound like? What does your unique voice sound like? If you weren't trying to sound like anyone else, what would it sound like? Okay. Oh, ow, ow. So this, lungs. I feel like I'm sending energy, like Reiki energy, to heal lungs. And then as I do that, I'm feeling like soothing going down the rest of the body. And then also kind of up into the throat a bit. Is there anything, like, I'm all for sending healing. Like, do you guys want to receive some Reiki right now? Here, let's have a moment, okay? All right, I'll do this for you. Especially now during like cold season and stuff. There's a blockage with your throat chakra. Like, you don't actually want to say what you want. So I was calling to the ears and the throat. And so that usually signifies to me that there's like a brutal hit, a trauma in your past, which is pulling these energies close, even though you were very powerful and very wise and very spiritual and very intuitive. You shut it down. And I can feel that a lot of like, there's a wax on, wax off. There's like a balance. There's like a removing of old energy and bringing in of new energy. I mean, whites and blues just keep popping out, and I feel this coolness, like peppermint. You might be overthinking. There's just so much like beauty coming in. You are very clairvoyant. I do get that sense, but I also am getting like a lot of hearing. Okay, well, what do you need from me? Tell them about this one. Be kind to yourself. Okay. Why are we not being kind? It's a lot of information I just heard. Okay. So you get a lot of information and you feel overwhelmed by it. And then you also feel kind of like, well, I don't want to be around people. That's why I kept hearing solemn. It's okay to just want to be alone. Maybe that's what you need to hear. It's okay to want to be alone. It's okay. It is okay. Be kind to yourself. How do we do that? How can I help them do that? What am I reading about, though? The lizard. Okay. or the owl. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. I'm hearing spiritually, specifically, you are going to get some kind of treasures. What does that mean, though? Be a little bird, sat on my window. Girl, put your record on. Tell me your favorite song. I just saw 11:11 too. Pretty little bird. It's just what I keep hearing. There's something with singing. I think there's something with singing. You might be a singer, or you might be someone who speaks. There's something with performance. There's something with like revealing yourself. There's something with like being seen for who you are. Being seen for the depth of you is what I'm hearing. Like being seen for your gifts. Being seen for who you are. I keep hearing who you are. And it can, okay, so maybe you aren't comfortable being seen. You don't want recognition. Like you're not in this field of work for recognition. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. And that is the advice right now for you. So maybe you are feeling overwhelmed. Your sensory systems are kind of like, maybe there's a bit of burnout. I was seeing before, and I didn't mention it because like I saw in another reading and I was questioning my own intuition, but I saw some more red flags in this, which is usually, sometimes it can be an indicator that you're burnt out and like you're frazzled, like, okay, slow down, things like that. It can be an indicator. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. I like that. That feels very soothing. It feels very blue and white. Oh, and it was blue and white. I just realized that. Girl, put your records on. They're my favorite song. That is a way to be kind to yourself, is like listen to the music that makes you happy. Yeah, I keep feeling like this call to connect with your throat chakra. There's like a deepening. Don't do what I just did. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay, so maybe say how you feel. Say if you feel overwhelmed. That's important to indicate. I wasn't even paying attention. It says get back into balance. It's agate, which keeps popping up too. I guess that's for a lot of people. Read the turquoise. Oh my gosh, it keeps opening up to the ones that I... Pretty little bird sat on the window. Get out of your comfort zone. Burst through the bubble. There is a first time for everything and for everyone. Get outside of your comfort zone to discover what feeds your appetite for life. It's easy to become complacent, to play it safe, and live in your self-created boundaries. Don't let your routine hold you back from challenging yourself. Embrace new and uncharted territory. It is in these exhilarating moments that you find inspiration and uncover what thrills you. Keep yourself on your toes. And be excited for the day you have ahead. This is the space where you will learn the most, where you will grow and evolve into the best version of yourself. Pretty little bird sat on my window. Girl, put your record on, tell me your favorite song. Pink opal. Be kind to yourself. Cut yourself some slack. The way you talk to yourself can either lift you up or tear you down. So be mindful of your internal dialogue. Honor yourself. Be your own cheerleader. Forgive yourself. And remain your own best friend through the ups and downs of life. Make a conscious shift to speak to yourself with more compassion, empathy, and kindness. Treat yourself as well as you would treat others, or the way you'd expect others to treat you. It all starts with your own inner voice. Be showing yourself sensitivity, understanding, and gentleness. You can learn to be kinder and more compassionate towards others as well. I've wanted to read Turquoise for you, and I still wanna. Apparently it's like the last one in here. Here it is. Prioritize your health. Take your health into your own hands. The first step is to identify what your body needs. Everyone is unique, so your health journey requires self-reflection to discover what will make you feel better. Then take one step, no matter how small, in service of that. Maybe you commit to going to bed 15 minutes earlier, or find a yoga routine online, or perhaps you download a meditation app, go for a walk, or work out at the gym. Whatever you choose to do for yourself and your health, make it a priority and commit to it each and every day. With consistency, small actions will build into amazing results. And now that also goes in line for spiritual health. And so coming up with a practice of like doing art or music or something like that that would help you connect to yourself and your soul feels very important in this. And I'm still getting this movement here. Look at this. Believe and release. Believe and release. I'm getting so much with lungs and inhaling and exhaling. Wiping on, wiping off. And I think that's going to be my message. Anything else for pile number 3? Yes. What would you like me to tell pile number 3? Judgment in reverse. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of your inner voice is saying that, it's saying negative things. It's saying that you can't do things. Or you're not good enough. That's what I just heard. You don't think you're good enough. You want a new life. There was like that calling, that need, that you want opportunities. You want to get out of your comfort zone. But you're kind of like telling yourself you can't do it. And so you're not doing it. Pretty little bird. Maybe there is something to do with you don't think you're pretty enough. You don't think you're enough. You don't think you're good enough. You don't think you're enough, is what I keep hearing. But you are. And what your body needs, what you need spiritually, is enough. It's okay. Everyone is going to be trying to take care of themselves, and there is nothing wrong in that. The more you can show up for yourself and take care of yourself and be kind to yourself, the more you can show up for others and be kind for them too, from a place of pure, utter wanting to give, wanting to serve, wanting to embark on joy, on a journey towards joy. You have this inner knowing. You have such a connection with spirit. You have such gifts of intuition and of artistry and music and all of these things. And you can do whatever you really wanted to, and that can be terrifying. That's a lot of power in there. And that is, it's a very, I'm hearing like on one hand this, on the other hand that. So there might be some worries that are coming on, that go on the journey of this new expansion, this new opportunity. And so it's okay to balance, because I'm feeling this is just balance. This is very soothing. So like, it's okay to, you put a lot of energy in and then you rest. You put a lot of energy in and then you rest. It's okay to do that. It's okay to need that. For example, breathing. A simple breath is an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, you put a lot of energy in and then you rest. So I'm getting a lot with balance. There's just so much with these little circles. It feels really good. I don't know. I like it. You should try it. Okay. Anything else for them? Oh, read about it. Okay, yeah. Judgment in reverse. Self-doubt, rejection, blockage, stagnation. Yeah. We saying it. Self-doubt, stagnation. Maybe you're looking at every time that you do need to rest, that is a delay, that is stagnation, but it's not. It's just the simple natural of a breath, of the inhale and the exhale. You don't have one without the other unless you die, you know, like, and then you die. No, there will always be that other breath. There will always be an exhale after an inhale. There should always be an inhale after an exhale. It's breathing. If you're not breathing, you're not living. And so you've got to take the rest, the good with the bad, if you're saying that way, the movement with the standing still, the rest, it goes one with the other. I don't know, I just really like this movement. It feels good. Okay, am I done? I think I am done. Okay, pile number 3. That was your reading. I hope that gave messages to you that you needed to hear. Okay, all right, bye. Pile number 4. If you chose pile number 4, you chose the black egg. And then I also got one of the messages I wrote earlier today was speak. And I heard speaking. And then I heard speaking of which, let me gather. Let's read about black egg. Which is like a spirit sign. That's silly. All right. So the first thing it says is black egg, speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. Okay, the black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talks, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in, the concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince others that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. Okay, wait. The black egg and the 5th chakra. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat, at the Vishuddha chakra. The ancient sages saw this center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. It translates as especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. Okay. Okay, well, first of all, I want to say, I was right. I just love that, like, that this came out. God, I love when stuff like that happens. Okay, so I'm tuning into this energy. The first thought I heard was, I'm not the one who's so far away when I feel the snake bite into my vein. Which that song always pops into my head whenever I'm thinking of Kundalini or like a snake energy, like creation energy, which makes sense because this is a black egg, and I mean, I'm already thinking that like there's a snake in there, or there's like a lizard or a dragon. Interesting. So I'm getting this sense of like an ancient energy. Like this was in you for a while. This truth, this adventure I just heard. This truth is an adventure. The journey towards like truth. Okay, so I'm getting this sense of how do I put this into words? Therapy. Stick with me for a second, okay? Let me figure out how to put this out. Therapy. I just heard that word very strongly. You did therapy. Therapy will help you to truth. Therapy. I just keep hearing that. Okay, give me a moment. Well, this is interesting. I just heard cultivate a reward system for speaking your truth. Like, I'm just feeling this like ancient kind of grounded energy. And then we got the messages of therapy. Okay, whose energy am I picking up? Like, what is this energy? Okay, interesting. All right, so I just noticed we're talking about an egg. And whenever I was doing like that tapping, it kind of made me think of like there's this patience, there's this waiting that is happening, that's occurring. And an egg obviously has yet to hatch. And so I think cracking open an egg, releasing gifts, releasing talents, releasing a show, a launch of some sort keeps coming to my mind. Because I also heard this message of boss. But I'm just like, I'm stuck on therapy. And it was said just like that, like therapy. What does that mean? You need therapy. We all need therapy. There's like a thespian, there's like a putting on the Ritz. Like there's something of making a big show of it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, can I pick some cards? Because I feel like this energy is like... I don't know. I'm a little... Yeah, I'm getting this essence of like performance. So you might be a performer. You might be like, I'm pulling in acrobatics too. I'm pulling in like, and then I just kept hearing therapy. Okay, so maybe these kind of outlets are your therapy. It's healing to be silly. It's healing to be outrageous. It's healing to be showboaty and like put yourself out there and be, and make people laugh, make people entertained. Because then I just heard, are you not entertained? Yeah, I feel like there's some kind of, for some of you, you might be putting on a show of some kind. There might be like some big dramatic show being put on. Maybe you're a musician too. Yeah, that's the creative energy that I keep going back to. And I just keep pulling. Time will tell. There's like an essence of time. There's an essence of like I'm now seeing writing. I'm now seeing like, and like I'm doing like a fine motor thing of like intricate like sewing. There's a lot with creation. Whoever is watching this, you've got a gift for creating in some form. You might be a performer, you might be an artist, a writer, but I'm getting like this intricacies, this idea of like, and you're very focused. And now I just heard the word botched, though. What is that about? Like I'm seeing like knitting, like things coming together, like very tiny though. So like little steps, one by one. And like when a baby's being created, it's one little step after another, you know, like it doesn't come out fully hatched. Like it's not all of a sudden there's conception and there's the baby. No, it's like it takes time for this baby to grow. And at one stage, all of a sudden now it has ears, and the next stage, all of a sudden it can breathe on its own, you know? That was a very, like, but there's like this, there's this idea of like something is hatching, something is coming into fruition, but it's inch by inch, it's little bit by little bit. And while you're in it, it might not feel like it's ready to hatch yet. And okay, and now I'm called to pick healing cards, please. It's like, no, pick the cat tarot. Or not the cat tarot. I don't even know how to get into this. There it is. Yeah. The first one I picked was like a creator. Okay, so the Kundalini energy, it's the red, it's the orange. Ace of Cups in reverse again. This came out in another deck. Ace of Cups in reverse. So you don't quite feel abundant? Yeah, I mean, you're in the delayed, you're in the you haven't seen it come to fruition yet. It hasn't happened yet. And so it's really, it can be enticing to convince yourself it's not going to happen. Because you have to wait. You've got to practice patience. You have to... You know, you've got to like, you got to kind of put on the brakes a little bit. You got to go through the steps. You've got to do the things. And I wonder if that also includes, because like I keep hearing that therapy. You need therapy. Like there's sachet. I'm gay. Like I'm getting this. Like I don't. And please excuse me. I'm part of the queer community, so I can say that. No, no. But like there's like you need therapy. Don't know what that is. And then I'm like doing that, which I've never done before, like that movement. I keep like seeing that. I can't sachet all day. We're gay. Like I'm just, oh my goodness. And then I just heard mystique, discreet. Like Like it's on the down low. And then I just heard mystique, discreet, elite. Like there's rhyming that's popping out, and like I'm going to read about the Ace of Cups in reverse in this deck and see if it says anything. Something beautiful and full of love has just begun, and your cup is so full it spills out into a pool below. You'll feel yourself filled with radiant positivity, happiness, and joy. Be receptive. You've been blessed with life-giving love, so welcome all your new endeavors. Okay. Whoa, that one just came out of nowhere. Aw, the moon in reverse. The full moon brings out the weirdos. Two nude women with wild hair and animal masks dance under the moon's strange light. They dance and howl in the moonlight and release their wild, untamed energy. The moon brings out strange things from the dark, a glimpse of what lies beyond the ordinary. A creature lurks in the pool of water behind them, a reminder of ancient fears of the unknown. I kept saying, like, I kept feeling like this deep, this like ancient energy. And now it has like two nude women, which is, we're gay, sachet, all day. You know, like there's a bit of that too. All right, it also says, wake up your wild side. Imagination and the realm of the mind can allow you to see things in a new way. You might be feeling restless, kind of weird, and full of wild energy, so be spontaneous. Do something crazy. Trust your instincts. It'll lead you to a new and possibly strange place. But be aware that by waking up your wild side, you may wander into some dangerous places as well. So be alert and listen to when your gut tells you you've traveled too far into the unknown. Interesting. Interessante. Ten of Swords, upright. And this one has a lot to do with getting out of your own way. Two of Pentacles in reverse. So, okay. Ten of Swords. Oh, you want me to read Ten of Swords first? Okay. Everything is fine. It's fine, really. Sure, you've been completely pierced through with 10 sharp swords and you're collapsed into a ball on the floor. You're struggling, just trying to survive as the weight grows ever heavier. You're going through something truly soul-crushing, and it feels like your world is ending. Every movement hurts, and sometimes only a meaningless distraction feels like it'll help. But the pain will end, and you will come out stronger, having survived it. Okay. Okay. So you need therapy. You might be getting therapy. Okay. So you might be getting trauma therapy. You might be you might be realizing you are gay. That's a pretty clear one because it keeps popping out here. I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and I really wanted to read about that too. Where are these pentacles? There. Two of Pentacles. You're experiencing all the busy challenges of everyday life and handling it gracefully, but it was in reverse, so you're not. You're in sync with the rhythms of the world, but it was in reverse, so you're not. And every movement and decision feels like a perfectly orchestrated dance. It does not. As long as you are adaptable and flexible, you'll be able to continue this dance. Well, there's the dance I was talking about. Yeah, so you're having a hard time balancing life right now, your feelings in particular, and therapy would help. Finding an outlet will help. I'm sensing getting in your body is going to be very helpful too. So doing dance of some kind and just like getting weird will be helpful for you. Trying to get away from this idea that you have to say and do things perfectly will help you. Getting off your phone will help you. Limiting certain distractions or certain substances that you would have gone to in the past will help you. Find something new to engage you. Find something new to completely envelop you. Find something new. I'm remembering when my grandmom passed away and my dad fell into a depression, what helped him get out of it was deciding, I'm gonna build a back porch. And then he did that, and he felt like he achieved something and did something with his hands, and it felt good, and he felt better. And he was in his body, he was doing something, he was problem solving, and it was very helpful for him. So I'm going to recommend therapy in many different ways. Try to focus on like mind, body, and soul. Do something that heals your spirit. Do something else that heals your body, and then do something else that heals your mind. And healing your mind is going to be therapy. And healing your body and your spirit combined can be a movement of some kind, like dance, listening to your favorite music. Listening to music that makes you cry will also be a very good thing. And following it up with listening to music that makes you dance and have fun. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, the speak. Duh. Yeah, there's a lot about speaking. So, yeah, talk therapy. Okay, if I was one of your spirit guides right now, what is something I would yell at you? Stop! Do something else! That's what I heard. Get out of that! That's what I heard. That was like my whole body, too. That felt good. Stop! Get out of it! Stop it! And then I also hear, what'll I do when you are far away? And I'm jumping. Now I'm bringing out a hymn. There's a lot of spiritual connection when you're feeling anxious. I'm hearing like Jumanji kind of stuff. Like there's like a dangerous game going on. But I'm hearing like lots of percussion. One, two, three, come on, make me. Well, you look so fun that I really wanna make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks, 'cause I don't wanna do you, honey. Okay, someone help me. I'm feeling pulled. There's so many. Okay, why am I hearing this specific? Like, help me. I feel like I'm getting lost in different. All right, I need something that's like very little. The Horse and the Bluebell, Modest Fortitude. Oh, I found it. The Horse and Bluebell remind us that the greatest fears are the result of much humble practice. Work quietly and consistently. The time to shine will present itself in the future. For now, focus on your process rather than its rewards. Okay, because I was getting out of my way, or getting in my own way, by thinking, I was like, well, what does that mean? What is the... Because then I was like, well, are they the drum? Is it like Jumanji? Should I be afraid? You know, like my fears were getting in the way. But no, just it's about consistency. It's about rhythm. It's about keeping a steady tempo. That's what that is about. And that's all you need to do right now is keep a steady tempo. Don't but get moving. Like, get out of it. I keep hearing, get out of it. And then I'm, snooping. I'm like, get out of what? And they're like, just get out of it. Get out of the funk, get out of the situation, get out of the romance, get out of it. Get out of it. Get out of it. Turn it off. Okay. I mean, that's solid advice, right? Now I want to go listen to music because that song that popped in my head. 4, 5, 6, so long as you get now. You look like that, now do you, honey? Bare ball boots, round white hair. She's so long down there. Right here to me. Get away, yeah. I wow, move like ye. What you say? I said, are you gonna be my girl? Seizure. Okay. That's my dance move. Okay, so I'm calling that. I'm calling it. I said what I needed to say. I said it. Okay, so I hope you guys got some good advice from this one. And keep with it. You got it. Keep with it. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. Okay, bye. Okay, bye, pile 4. Okay, bye.